Imagine a time when wolves, the ancestors of modern dogs, roamed the earth, wild and free. Now picture these wolves venturing into early human camps, their noses guiding them towards the scent of food. These were not the fearsome leaders of the pack, but rather the outcasts, the ones who had learned to grovel and submit for their survival. They discovered a new pack in these human gatherings, one which accepted them not for their strength or their ferocity, but for their passivity and malleability. Humans, in turn, found value in these creatures, capturing their young and raising them to be even more docile, more agreeable. Through this process, humans were not just taming these wolves, they were altering their evolutionary path. They were selectively breeding them, favoring traits that served human needs and interests. Thus began a unique journey of evolution and self-domestication, sparked by the symbiotic relationship between humans and wolves. As the human civilization expanded, so did the process of self-domestication. This wasn't a one-sided affair. It was a dance, with wolves and humans both leading and following. As communities grew, both species learned the value of agreeableness and cooperation. A snarling wolf didn't get scraps from the fire, just as a raging human didn't get the support of the tribe. So, over time, both humans and wolves softened, becoming more sociable, more cooperative. This change wasn't just behavioral, it was physical, too. Jaws and muscles, once used for fighting and hunting, became smaller, weaker. Strength wasn't in the size of the bite, but in the ability to work together, to live in harmony. And so, the process of self-domestication shaped us, sculpted us into the creatures we are today. The process of self-domestication was a two-way street, with both humans and wolves changing physically and behaviorally over time. But self-domestication had its flip side. What happens when the environment changes, bringing scarcity instead of abundance? You see, during times of scarcity, the rules of the game shift dramatically. The agreeable, domesticated wolves and humans, once favored in times of abundance, can suddenly find themselves at the bottom of the survival ladder. Picture this. The tribe is starving, resources are dwindling. Who do you think gets the short end of the stick? The ones who have been agreeable and obedient, or the ones making the tough decisions and leading the pack? This is where adaptability comes into play. Our ancestors needed the ability to switch between being agreeable and being dominant, depending on the demands of the environment. In essence, it's a balancing act between being the cuddly pet and the commanding alpha, a survival strategy honed over countless generations. So what has self-domestication got to do with autism? Well, a way of thinking about autism is that it is nature's way of manufacturing an individual who, at a level of consciousness even lower than the subconscious, believes himself to be likely to be rejected at times of scarcity. He will be built to try, at least, to be the alpha. Imagine, in the midst of this self-domesticated society, a Neolithic human outsider appears on the horizon. This outsider, a loner hardened by the harsh realities of survival, steps into view. His eyes, a mirror of countless battles fought and won, scan the group. The tribe members, caught between curiosity and caution, watch on as he approaches. This is an entirely different beast, not molded by the same rules of self-domestication. The outsider tries to assert his dominance, his actions reminiscent of the wild, untamed ancestors. He doesn't shy away from confrontation, he doesn't back down. He challenges the status quo, pushing against the boundaries of the tribe's established hierarchy. He's not here to play by the rules, he's here to rewrite them. The group's reaction is mixed. Some see him as a threat, a destabilizing force that could disrupt the harmony they've worked so hard to maintain. Others, however, perceive him as a beacon of hope, a symbol of strength and resilience that could lead them through times of scarcity. The outsider's challenge brings a new dynamic to the self-domesticated group. The tribe is now at a crossroads, forced to reconsider their approach to survival. They have to decide whether to adapt to the outsider's ways or to defend their domesticated lifestyle. This highlights the complexities of social structures, the necessity of adaptability, and the ever-present struggle for survival. But how does this apply to our understanding of autism? We'll delve into that in the next scene.